Folks, what's up and welcome to the show. Coming at y'all from sunny CN Doug, California, 2788 Studios in the downstairs suite. We got the regular cast up in here. Mr. Toby Dog. Andre 3000.
Not 2,999.
The man right across the street from me is the two-time Super Bowl champion. The two-time Scream champion. The dude who once painted the bathroom with nothing but a hole saw and a box of wine. That's the UNC Philly D with his West Coast family. White boy drinking brown liquor Tennessee. White boy drinking brown liquor Hennessy. What's up, Uncle Phil?
Hey, number 73 inches of twisted steel sex appeal, baby. Woo!
And I am the host of your show today. Today we're going to talk about some of those big four teams that we gave the initial report last week that came up with some losses. We're going to talk about the playoff picture.
Wow, picture.
We're going to talk about some trades that went down. The trade deadline just passed. And then we're going to make our picks at the end. But first and foremost, being the Super Bowl champion, the two-time Scream champion, what's going on with them fly ELGSESLLs, Uncle Phil?
Man, big game of cold-ass Lambeau this week. We ain't going to talk about that. We're going to pull back to the back burner. Man, my man, Howie Roseman, making some deals, wheeling a deal, make some trades. We ain't going to talk about that either.
Not
pull
yet.
to the back burner. While that shit's simmering, we're going to talk about this new Eagles offense, big dog. Very excited about them. Jalen Hurts is under center. Both the running game and the passing receiving game are looking excellent, but we're going to get into that later. Go Birds.
Hell yeah. Well, the Eagles were one of those teams that we had on our initial Big Four list from last week, but they ain't one of them that took a loss. We had them Kansas City Chiefs take a loss.
Ooh.
We had them Indianapolis Colts take a loss. We had them Green Bay Native Touches take a loss. And we had them Detroit Lions take a loss, man. Not the Detroit put-em-ups. So after that, I was like, damn, dog. You know, me and him talk about these big four teams, and they're taking some losses, man. Maybe we don't know what we're talking about. And it got me to thinking about them playoffs.
Wow.
The playoff picture.
Wow.
Matter of fact, man. So I got a couple teams I want to talk about. One from the AFC, one from the NFC.
All
One's got to fight for their right to be in the playoffs. Another one I'm kicking them on out of today, and you'll like it. Trust me, big dog. AFC, I want to start with them Kansas City Chiefs, dog. I was out last Sunday at the bar with Victoria and Danielle. So big what's up to Victoria, McKay, and Buffalo Misty.
What's that?
I was out at the bar watching our annual Chiefs and Bills game, and after the Chiefs lost, I was walking back to the back, and when I came back out on the TV, it had the playoff picture.
Wow.
Kansas City's not in there as of today.
Ooh.
Kansas City is not in the fucking playoffs, man. I ain't saying they ain't gonna be. I ain't saying they can't be. So, Jen, chill, bruh. On God, bruh. 6'7", bruh. They do have some work to do, though. So check this out. This is the teams that are in front of Kansas City right now. We got the New England Patriots sitting with the second best record in the league. They're probably going to be in the playoffs, man. Listen to the rest. Yeah, exactly. The rest of their schedule, they got 2 games against the Jets, a game against the Giants, a game against the Bengals, and a game against the we ain't talking about them, dog. You might as well count all them for wins. They're going to be in there, all right?
Yeah.
Buffalo's sitting ahead of them. Buffalo's probably they got a lot of the same schedule as the Patriots because it's AFC East. You know, they're playing Cincinnati, and they do have Miami again. They do play the Jets. So you might as well pencil them in as well. Also, they're ahead of Kansas City a game in the records, but if they tied, Buffalo wins because they won the game last week. Indianapolis ahead of them, you know, second best record in the league, sitting at 7-2. Jacksonville, also from the AFC South, is ahead of Kansas City by a game. But also, they beat Kansas City back in week 4 or 5. So if they tied, Jacksonville also takes that ahead of them. There's an AFC North winner, whether that's Pittsburgh, you know, we're going to have to see. But somebody in the AFC North is going to be ahead of them if Kansas City doesn't win their division. So we'll see. They got the Chargers. You know, Chargers are ahead of them. Chargers also beat them first game of the season down there in Brazil. I don't know why I said that with an accent, dog.
It was Vampire.
I don't even know if it was a good one. I don't even know, man. And then you got them Denver Victoria Donkeys, dog.
Yeah.
Now, they played Denver twice, and they play the Chargers once more. So they can climb through their division right there and win outright and then a spot in the playoff. But if they don't win that division, and it's going to be tough to get in there, they just have to put in some work. I mean, you just got to come away with some wins, and a couple other teams got to lose. Nothing they haven't done before. Again, Jen, chill. I'm just saying they ain't in there as of now. Plus, watching Denver last night against the Raiders,
No,
man,
that
that was
game
a
was
waste.
so whack.
That was the waste of my 3
Everybody
hours.
hates Thursday night football because of that shit.
It was so bad. Well, the first few games of the year were fucking awesome, but that
Yeah.
shit was fucking miserable the past 3 weeks. And last night was the worst of the past 3 weeks,
Yeah.
man. 10 point dog. The Broncos had 7 straight drives where they went 3 and out. The teams combined had 16 3 and out drives. But yes, Denver 7 straight possessions 3 and out.
22 penalties called in that game. Called.
So sorry.
Yeah.
So, Kansas City, you got some work to do. Get on your shit.
Yeah.
Travis, talk to your girl. Tell your girl to get on to the team. Talk to Andy Reid. Get some shit going. I'm going to talk about a team that's completely out of the playoffs, dog. I mean, not numerically, because it is what it is, you know? But it's your Dallas Cowgirls, dog. Hey, after that, you know, a
Dallas
couple
sucks.
swings, thought they was gonna come up, but then they lost to Arizona, and I was like, man,
Yeah.
there was a few weeks in a row they were putting up 40 a game, 40 a game, 40 a game, and it was like, man, as long as that defense can hold somebody to 25, 28, something like that, they'll win. But then all of a sudden, Dallas wasn't scoring any points anymore either. So here's how Dallas is out of that shit. All right. Tampa Bay Bucks, that's down there in the NFC South. Somebody got to win the NFC South anyway.
Yeah.
But also Carolina's ahead of Tampa Bay.
Damn.
Dallas is in your division. So them Fly Eagles Fly Super Bowl champions are also ahead of them. The entire NFC North is ahead of them. The entire NFC West is ahead of them. And then they got to bye, and then they play Las Vegas. So you're like, okay, there's 11 teams ahead of us. We're the 12th spot. There's only 7. Hey, we're going to take this bye, and then we got the Raiders. That gives 2 weeks for everybody to forget about the loss to the Cardinals and to have that bye week, and everybody's going to get back on the Dallas bandwagon. I was there for a little bit. I was thinking they were really going to do some shit this year. Even after trading Micah, I thought this was going to be interesting to watch. All right, so get that win against Las Vegas. Boost yourself back up. Go to 4-5-1. Have that off week. Their next 3 games in succession. Philadelphia Chiefs put 'em ups.
Oh, damn.
3 weeks in a row, dog. You might as well mark them out. Mark them out 0-3 in that game, and the best they're gonna be is 4-8-1 after them 13 games, dog. So that's my playoff picture and some stuff I was looking into. I gave you some homework ideas. Did you have any playoff picture notes that you wanted to share with the class?
Playoffs. You want to talk playoffs, motherfucker? We number 1, motherfucker. Fly, Eagles fly. Number 1 in the NFC, baby. Ooh, going back to back to back to back.
And that's all that matters to
Hell
you,
yeah.
right? Fuck everybody
Hell
else in
yeah.
their picture. One picture for
Eat a
you.
dick.
There was some trades made this week also in the NFL, man. There was some big trades, big teams they went to, right?
Yeah.
Seattle signed.
Reckon right, Dave.
Seattle signed the player with my favorite name in the whole NFL, Rashid Shaheed. Love that fucking name, man. Signed him, badass receiver. You put him up there with Jackson Smith and Jigba and Sam Darnold, who left Minnesota. We're going to talk about Minnesota later, not the Scrotums. They're going to be sitting nice up there, all right? Indy traded away a couple first-round picks to bring Sauce Gardner in to bolster up that secondary. Man, watch out. You know, they got some teams. They're talking about playing teams like the Chiefs and the Bills in the playoffs. You need a cornerback safety out there to stop some big stuff, man.
Yeah.
Dallas, right? Logan Wilson, Quinn Williams. Big signees, even though we just talked about them being on out of the playoffs, man.
Now the hell.
But Phil, I believe there was another team who definitely made some big moves in the trade department, man. Who might that be, big
Go
dog?
how we go. Bolstered our defense, though. We got Edge Jalen Phillips from the We Ain't Talking About Him. He has a history with Vic Fangio, so there's that. Only problem is he's had 3 tours in college. Plus, he's coming off an ACL, and he's also had an Achilles rupture. So, injury history, he's a big dude coming off the edge, good size to him. I like him if he can stay healthy. Also, we got 2 cornerbacks. We got Jair Alexander from the Pack.
Yeah.
So, hell yeah, the put-em-ups. Not the put-em-up. Jair Alexander from the Touches. He was drafted back in 2000-something. And, yeah, he's coming back for a revenge game.
2000 and something.
Yeah,
Huh?
I couldn't remember. I forgot to write it down. I mean, then he could.
Not 2020 something. 2000 something.
I left myself options.
Somewhere in that span of a quarter century.
So,
yeah, it's all good.
You move him into the slot.
Yeah.
Maybe moving Coop outside. He has a lot of versatility. Anyway, third is Michael Carter II from those Jets. He's a quality nickel. Don't know a whole lot about him.
Hey, quit saying them words around here.
Nickel.
White. It ain't nickel Bosa.
Quality. So yeah, three big trades bolstered the defense. I always thought the offense was all right. They just need to get back on the same page and start kicking ass again. Go Birds.
Go Birds. Did you hear Jalen Phillips' locker room interview?
No.
When they were just asking him how it feels to have been traded? Nah. He said it was the happiest day of his life to get traded away from the Dolphins. Oh. Excuse me, from the We Ain't Talking About It. Folks, we ain't talking about them. You know why? Because we ain't talking about it. No, I'll send you the link, man. It was like, it was the happiest day of my life to get out of there. God damn, dog, it's that bad.
It's the humidity.
Get out. All right, well, shit, speaking of getting out, man, let's do these picks and get on out of here, man. All right. First one. This would have been game of the week if it wasn't for them Eagles and them touches, man. New England going down to Tampa Bay. New England, Drake May, new school. Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield, veteran who popped around to a few different places and has now found a home and is balling. Phil, how you going with that one?
Bucks are coming off a bye and are well rested. They're going to be at home. They're getting a lot of key players back. Still got a lot of big players out, but Baker's really good at home. And the Bucks D is going to test young Drake May for the Pats. So I'm going with the Bucks on this one.
The Bucks are going to send that rush at him the whole game, man. That's their strength. Coach loves that shit. He loves to blitz, man. They're the number one blitzing team in the league. Yeah. Baker Mayfield still doesn't have Mike Evans, excuse me. Chris Godwin's out.
Yeah.
Bucky Irvin's out. Man, you're just losing this whole offense.
Win without Bucky.
They did have those 4 comebacks this year, fourth quarter comebacks, and last drive, Baker Mayfield making the plays. And those were against some bad teams, but they've also come back and beat some quality teams. Yep. I'm pretty sure they beat the Niners and the Rams, to those NFC West teams that would be in the playoffs if today started. Wow. Beat both of those. And his only losses, was to Detroit and I believe Philadelphia. Y'all had them earlier in the year, right?
Yeah,
so his losses are 2 quality teams, and they are 6-2, 7-2, something like that. But me, myself, even though I don't fuck with the Patriots, man, I see them playing well. They got Stephon Diggs up there. Vrabel's coaching the hell out of them. They seem to have an identity. They seem to be back doing the old Patriot way. Hey, give me a Melissa fuckface and them New England fuckfaces, man. Fuck faces. Maybe I can say it right. A host should be able to talk, ain't it right, folks? All right, second game, man. Baltimore Bonnies going up there to Minnesota inside, playing the Vikings. You got 2 quarterbacks who came back last week after serving a lot of time. Not they were in jail or anything.
They got served.
Served a lot of time, man. Coming back trying to put their teams in the playoff hunt. Phil, Baltimore, Minnesota.
Ravens are coming off a mini bye. Those Bonnies are looking good. They got Lamar Jackson back. And, they just, even though J.J. McCarthy is looking good, I do believe the Ravens have more depth. Ooh. I'm going with the Bonnies.
I'm going with the Bonnies, too. I like Minnesota. They had a hell of a record last year with Sam Darnold, man. They let him go. Played with a couple backups for the beginning of the year. J.J. McCarthy is back. The team fucking loves him. But I really want to see Lamar Jackson and these Baltimore Bonnies make it to the playoffs. And I believe after starting 1-5, having the mini bye week coming off of last week, that really in itself was its own mini bye because they played the We Ain't Talking About Them. Mm-hmm. Hey, give me the Baltimore Bonnies.
Hell yeah.
Now let's take it to the NFC West. We got them LAYB Dodgers corners versus the 49ers of Victoriaville. Uncle Phil, who you got in this one?
Man, this is regular season revang. Niners already beat the Rams one time this season. Now, Stafford is coming off a 4-touchdown game. He looked great. But on the flip side, CMC had a 2-tutty game as well. Got a lot of rushing yards, a rushing TD, and a receiving TD. But this game is going to come down to the D, and the Rams are going to get revang. Let's go Razams, baby.
You know I love some revang and some revamp all day, every day. Los Angeles is going to get it, man. Even though San Francisco got Mac Jones. Roll Tide. Playing QB very well. So well that he might fuck around and take that starting position from Brock Purdy, man. But L.A. out there, man, with Puka Nacua being back, Devontae Adams playing fucking awesome, man, and Matt Stafford playing as good as any quarterback in the league. Give me them corners as well.
Yeah.
Now we got these L.A. San Diego Chargers who left us, man. And they're up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. This game's right up the street from us. And they're playing against my favorite quarterback, my favorite football player of all time. UNC. Who you got in this one? San Diego, Pittsburgh.
Man, this is Mr. Herbert Sherbert versus Aaron Rodgers. This game has huge playoff implications. Now, can the Steelers defense come up with 6 turnovers like they did against E's Colts? Big what's up to E.
What's up?
But, man, big update. According to my sources of Google, the Chargers are missing 2 offensive linemen, dog. And that Steelers defense is just too tough, man. I'm going with them Steelers on this one, dog.
I know you was reading my notes when you FaceTimed me earlier and saw it through the reflection in my shiny new pink glasses, man. Hell yeah. I knew you was reading through and saw that I talked about San Diego losing them linemen. Yeah, I'll call them San Diego. Losing them linemen, and T.J. Watt and them boys are just too damn nasty, man. They're going to be in the backfield all day.
All up in it.
My favorite quarterback of all time, number 12, my favorite number of all time. I got to go see him play, man. You know, I think I talked about that earlier. I don't know because we had to do the edit and go back in the video.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, give me number 12, Aaron Rodgers and them Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. And this is the game of the week. The Philadelphia Mayors against them Green Bay Native Touches. First time in the history of the Eagles franchise. They're playing away from Lincoln Finance. They growing up to the frozen tundra. Uncle Phil, Eagles, Natives.
Hey, man, this game is huge. It's going to be a cold-ass Lambeau Field. It's supposed to be 27 degrees, not including the wind chill. Now, the Birds are well-rested coming off a bye. They're getting some big players back. Everybody's looking good. Like I said, I'm excited about this team. Jalen Hurts is under center. Running game looks even better. So does the passing game. Now, on the flip side, the Touches lost not only to the Carolina Panthers, but they lost their starting tight end, Tucker Kraft. That's huge. He was having a great year. Now, the Birds, they didn't get rid of A.J. Brown, him and Slim Reaper, and Dallas Goedert, number 1 in TD receptions. Hell yeah, the offense. But I think this is going to be a big run game. Now, the Pack are trying for revenge because we whooped their ass last year on 2 separate continents, one in Brazil, and the other Lincoln Financial Field. Now, it's their spot this year. Now, do you recall the score of the wild card game between us and the Touches last year?
I don't.
It was 22-10.
Damn.
Also, do you recall the vote count for the Tush Push ban?
29-1.
22-10.
22-10.
Same match.
Same
Hell
score.
yeah.
Damn.
They ain't getting no damn revenge. Fuck the Pack. Fly, Eagles, fly. Go Birds!
I see this game going just like this. Philadelphia dominates for the most part, you know? Feeling all good about themselves.
Yeah.
Philadelphia just dominating, doing everything Uncle Phil said they were going to do. Probably up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter. When it's cold out there and Green Bay starts rallying around, throwing a little snow and shit, it's getting hype. All of a sudden, Green Bay's coming back. Green Bay scores a touchdown, brings it back within a certain amount of points. They get the ball back because Jalen Hurts done fumbled that shit. Come on, Jalen. Roll Tide. Tighten up. Green Bay goes down and scores again. Green Bay's up 5, right? Go for the 2-point conversion. They don't get it. They're up 5. There's 2 minutes left. 2-minute drill. Philadelphia drives down the field. 10 yards here. 12 yards there. Devontae Smith here. Roll Tide. A.J. Brown here. They get all the way down. They throw it to the 1-yard line. Devontae Smith gets tackled. Timeout. That's their last timeout, though. So now we're at 1-yard line. 1 yard to go. Down 5 points. Field goal doesn't help. Only a touchdown does. Since they voted out the brotherly shove, tried to vote it out, but they couldn't. Philadelphia says, Nick Sirianni says, Jalen Hurts says, Dallas Goedert says, Dickerson says, Saquon Barkley says, we about to do the brotherly shove right here. 1 second left, snap the ball, brotherly shove, Jalen Hurts, roll Tide, in there for a touchdown. Fly, Eagles, fly. On the jet back on home to Philadelphia, leave the Touches touching themselves back in Green Bay. Give me them Eagles, baby. Give me them Philadelphia Mayors.
Hell yeah.
Now, Woozy White Boy, take me on out of here one last time with some good music, my boy.
You did.